Hi, this is Troy. We have a little bit of a different episode this week. I had the opportunity at MCM London to interview Dwight, one of the head designers at Hasbro, who works on the Marvel Legends line. So I got to chat with him there, and this is the interview. So please enjoy. And again, like and subscribe to all the different channels we have. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Troy from Pop Cultured, and I'm here with Dwight at the Hasbro booth at MCM Comic Con to talk all things Marvel Legends.
Don't make him angry. Don't make him angry. Don't make him angry.
You're not going to go into the void. It's fine.
All right, you're in control. You're doing okay, Robert?
We'll see. We'll see what answers we get.
Well, that's no pressure.
So I'm a big Legends collector myself.
All right.
Above my desk is just a whole MCU display. So I've got Endgame Battle into the few phases.
Okay.
Which the new phases seems to be dominating the Endgame side of this, because the amount you've produced from the new wave, from like since Endgame, for me, is just mad. It's wave after wave after wave. Like I found at one point I had like 4 pre-orders for box sets at once. So the one thing I wanted to really ask about, which I feel as though has really improved the Marvel Legends, the movie figures, is the dot matrix system on the faces.
Yeah.
I wanted to know how the process of that works.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get the actors to come and then scan them, or how does it actually work in general?
In the early days of it, we actually took their a photo of the actor and tried to digitize it and break it down. Now we've learned a lot, and it's in the process has continued to improve. And right now, it's all in the hands of a very, very lovely teammate named Kristen, who is our master model artist, who creates and runs the all of the digital deco for our figures. So she does a lot of it herself, and she manages some team members to do it. So it's her amazing talent and skill that now hand paints digitally all of the graphics that are applied to the figures in production. And it's an inkjet printer. So they'll put the heads on trays, and the inkjet just like a regular printer, but it's taking the files she creates. And we found that as we're evolving, it looks even better when she makes, beautiful flat portraits. They're kind of creepy when you have them all broken out, but when it comes together in the 3D form, she's a wonderful wizard and makes all these beautiful things for you guys.
I think the John Bernthal one has just shocked me, because unfortunately it's sat at home outside my back door waiting for me when I get home. They delivered it the day I got here.
Of course. So it happens every year to somebody.
Actually seeing it in person, that is him. He's here, and he's here as well. Like, he's the same with Lewis Pullman. I think they've very much improved. And I also like the fact that sometimes when I get one in the post, when I first started, it's sometimes like, oh damn, there's a slight misprint or something like that. But now it's like I don't have to worry, because it just seems so clean and crisp every single time.
Thank you. It's definitely helped us reduce the amount of inconsistencies across the deco of being done by hand.
Yeah. And in terms of the articulation on the figure, like, not every figure's the same. And they all, some share books, obviously, like the body books.
Yep.
How do you decide which articulation goes into a certain character? I mean, obviously something like Spider-Man, you want to try and get a pose. How do you decide which has a boot cut or something like that? How does
typically we look at the costume design itself and see if there are any natural breaks in the costume that align with either a torso rocker or an ab crunch. Secondarily, we look at who the character is, what are their key characteristics. Are they nimble? Are they a fighter? Are they a powerhouse? What is the different type of character, and what is the articulation system that works best for that style? And lastly, what does it cost for us to do X amount of things? Because sometimes the more articulated things are more parts, which go into more tools, which goes into more labor for assembly, which can raise the cost. And that's fine, but we have to balance that across our entire portfolio for the year to figure out where the right choices are for the right guy. The boot cuts, we try our best to keep our eyes on making sure that where there is a break, it is round. Sometimes our vendors slip a change past us, or sometimes we miss one and they end up with a square peg, and my engineer loses his mind and sends some very poignant emails to our partners to keep their eyes on watching this, so that we are all watching it. But it helps when you have everybody in the line. Try to make sure that we catch things, so those types of slips are as minimal as possible.
Yeah. So we first met last year, and I was in my Daredevil suit, and you said, "Oh, you've done that really well." Considering you'd seen it and been working on the mod, you were like, "Oh, I've got it on my laptop right here." So now it's been released.
Yes.
How far in advance do you actually get a project? Like, how far in advance would you see the Daredevil suit and know that's what we're working on, that's what we're working with?
Marvel Studios is really great at getting us the assets as quickly as they can, but they won't release stuff to us until it's been approved through all of their channels. So about a year and a half ahead of an entertainment launch, we'll start seeing concept art, which is a Ryan Meiderding sketch or illustration, usually kind of a front three-quarters. That's a beautiful, tight, painterly illustration. And it gives us a really good idea for the overall feel, but it doesn't always have all of the detail, the final details. So depending on our schedules and how tight we are as far as what we're trying to release, we'll either start with that concept art, and as the development goes, Marvel might have costume fittings, and if they can get us actual reference of the actor or a stand-in in the costume, we'll try to update as we can.
Yeah.
It's much easier for us to chase figures after releases as opposed to get them out before, if you value accuracy. Because sometimes when we base it off of the concept art, we do the best we can always, but sometimes
details here and
there's
there
little things that change.
Slightly changed, In terms of, like, I'm obviously MCU's my thing. I love that. I will go into the comics as well because I am a massive comic fan. I wanted to ask on, like, the Thunderbolts wave that's just been. Obviously, there was the 2-packs and that. What was it that made you guys decide not to do, like, Bucky or Ghost? Why just the 4? Because I want to finish the Thunderbolts team on my shelf. I'm like, I want a Ghost. Like,
it was mostly the expense of some of the costumes we didn't do. We looked at all of the existing ones in the past, and we're like, could we use stuff from the existing Ghosts to do that? And we're like, not really.
It is a totally different suit.
Not really. And same thing with Taskmaster. That was nothing like the first time we saw her.
She didn't last.
She didn't last. So, R.I.P. Taskmaster. Didn't last too long in the film, but that's some of the reasons. And then with different types of caliber of entertainment, we don't know where we're going to be able to lean in right away versus what we can chase after. And the best thing about Marvel is none of these characters ever go away. So if we missed them initially, there's always a chance that we can revisit and bring them out later. One nice thing about doing it that way is we can chase the characters that we know are going to be the big breakouts, like Sentry for Thunderbolts. Like, there's no way we couldn't have had Sentry. U.S. Agent was a low, easy lift because it just needed an accurate head and shield. So that was an easy one for us. And then the ones that we haven't got to, it's like they haven't been forgotten. It's just a matter of now that the movie's passed, we can try to find And we got a pretty massive anniversary of the MCU coming in just a couple of years. Yeah. So
you've got a pretty massive movie coming as well.
Yes, we have a lot of. If you're an MCU fan, I think you're going to have a lot of stuff to pick over the next couple of years.
There's a few mutants that might be hitting my shelf as soon as they are put on pre-order.
Yes.
And I'm really hoping, after we've seen Deadpool and Wolverine, I think it's guaranteed we're probably going to get some comic accurate costumes from them guys.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It was a pretty popular movie.
Yeah.
I
mean, the yellow went down well.
It did. It did, and it had many variations in the film.
Oh, okay.
So,
could we be looking at an MCU Wolverine line or something? Age of Apocalypse Wolverine would be very cool.
Yeah, there was.
And you'd have to do less hands.
yes. Cost reductions. Yes.
One of the things, obviously, I am a cosplayer. The people who watch us quite are cosplayers, and that. I love the fact the helmets
Yes.
and the masks are coming, and that. How do you decide which one's next? Because we've got MCU, then this Doctor Doom.
Yes.
And when that was released, I was quite surprised you went for that one, thinking we knew that Doctor Doom was coming. I know obviously that means there's a hype for it, but I thought you might wait until we see Robert as it.
So one of the earlier questions you asked is how much earlier do we start from when we get reference?
Okay.
We had kicked that off way before we knew the MCU announcement.
Okay.
So the MCU announcement was just a happy serendipitous moment, but it was and there was a lot of discussions. We're like, oh, I know it was. I know why it was such a secret, but you're like, you would have told us.
Was it the same for you? Yeah, was the same for you? Like, as soon as we saw, did you watch the stage thing where Robert came out? And was it that drop moment where you're like, now I get why it was such a secret?
Yeah.
Like,
and we were like, and on the other side, we're like, yes, that's going to get a lot more heat behind a classic helmet.
Yeah.
But that means we don't have a film accurate one. However, I don't think Doom's going to be going anywhere for a while.
No.
Let's hope not.
I'm
hoping that we'll be able to do a theatrical version of Doom, in the near future.
Yeah.
As well as, who knows what else we might see in these amazingly massive movies that are coming in the next couple of years.
The floodgates are open.
Absolutely.
So the Secret Wars in the comics, we can literally see anything with this.
Yes.
And I want all of them produced.
Yeah, ditto.
Is there any that you would like to go back through the MCU and try and replicate, like maybe a Cap helmet or...
We've not done a Cap cowl yet. That would be cool. It would be tough to pick which is the right one. I would guess probably Endgame would be the right one.
They're all
the
very
most
much
recent
a similar structure.
Yeah.
There's obviously always slight tweaks and stuff like that.
Cap's one is a good one. We haven't done like a true proper War Machine. So, picking one of the generations of War Machine would be really cool. That guy had a pretty impressive helmet.
I mean, that might have to be like a Hasbro Pulse thing. That could be big.
Yes, that might be big. But, there's a lot of things out there that I would love to take a crack at. So
yeah. Speaking of him, could we see a Hasbro Pulse version from the movies of him?
Maybe. We did talk about how could we reissue the HasLab with some parts to turn it into a kind of theatrical one. He's such a massive endeavor. It's challenging. We'd have to wait till a time where we thought we could do enough of them that it would warrant running the assembly line for developing him. Because that's a massive figure with way more than a normal thing. I would love to, and I think it could look, it would look great. I don't know. I hope people would be understandable.
I would love it.
Understand that it wouldn't necessarily be 100% accurate, but that's what I would.
Yeah, it's the first time I've actually, when walking around here, that I haven't seen him in person, but I've seen the box in person.
Yeah.
I haven't really realised how big this guy was from the HasLab.
Yes. He was massive.
It is massive. It is huge. So you've obviously announced a few more of the comic figures. I love to see the owl. I thought that was great because I'm Daredevil fan, Owlsley and all that sort of thing. How do you decide who's next? Do you literally sit there as a group and just go through the comics?
Yeah, we have.
Guy.
There's me and my engineer have volumes of notes over the last 10 years of stacks of our wish list over years, and I've created a massive Excel document that has not only the plans for the current year, but under it is just voluminous list of buckets. Avengers, X-Men, Spider, Avengers villains, X-villains, Spider villains, and just listing everything that we haven't yet done.
Yeah.
And that's not even nearly complete, but it's just a big chunk of like, okay, so when we get around to doing the next something, are there things in here that make sense, or are there new publishing things that we don't even know about? And then we'll reach out to our partners at Disney and Marvel, and they'll give us a glimpse into the publishing side as well. And sometimes we see sneak peeks of characters that are going to be coming soon. Like, once again, the Uncanny Spider-Man and Spider-Man are relatively new characters in the comics. and those are sometimes fun to dive into.
There's a few of the comic ones that I really want to see.
Okay.
I want to see a white suit Daredevil.
Okay.
Because I love the Chip Zdarsky run. You've done the King version, where he's a ninja looking. The adopted name of the King.
Yes.
Even Chip himself said, I never called him that. I asked him the other day, he was like, not my name. But anyway. And then I'd love to see some from the new Ultimates universe.
Okay.
Because I love the mix-up of the designs. I think the Ultimate Wolverine is amazing, where it's the Winter Soldier.
The big red kind of star.
Like the Sub-Zero looking gas mask look. And he looks terrifying.
He does look good.
I love that version. I think the Ultimate Universe obviously brings a fresh new take on the characters, and is that something we could see
absolutely.
in the future?
Our engineer's been reading a lot of that, and he's been telling me how good those books are. So that's the nice thing when it's like there's so much out there. I don't have to be solely responsible for trying to research all this. We have really passionate people on the team that all have different things that they love, and that allows them to bring those conversations to the table when we sit down to try to figure out what's next. That's what I think helps with the breadth, variety, and overall high level that you see, hopefully year in and year out in Legends. There's a lot of different people with different ages that all love that all fell in love with Marvel at a different time in their life, which makes them the more experts of chapters, which we all get to sit around and discuss and try to figure out what the right things are for the right time.
It helps have fans on the team, because then obviously they can just go, oh my god, and they get passionate for when there's something that they want to produce and stuff like that.
Yes.
And then you can, as you say, cater for all different age groups. Like mine's like early 2000s is when I started, but then my mom was like the 80s and onwards, stuff like that. So whenever I get a figure that's retro, because I like a retro figure, she'll recognize it. Then sometimes I'll get a new one, she'll be like, I don't recognize this version. Yeah. So yeah, it's really, really cool that you can cater for all of them.
Yeah.
HasLabs.
Yes.
Have you anything big coming down the line? I mean, obviously, you probably can't say obviously too much, but
our new news for as far as big things are for this weekend is our friend Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's our big news for now. We're definitely working on more things. I can't for the life of me think of what the next one is that's under development or early concept pitching, but we do have a few different things coming. We have a lot of amazing movies to dive into,
Yeah, I think with the MCU as well. I would love to see something like that. I mean, one of the big ones I've heard online is the Blackbird.
Yeah. The Blackbird's amazing. It's like some gentleman has made a 3D model that's out there, and it's massive. It's really cool. I don't know if we would do something that large for 6-inch. If we were to do the Blackbird, I could see that living better in like a 3 1/4 inch world. Maybe there'll be a day when we'll make 3 or 4 3 1/4 inch X-Men with a Blackbird just for the pulse. As something to deliver.
The same sort of size as the Tron at the minute, sort of size. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I really wanted to see that Robbie Reyes. To life. I love the Hell Charger.
Me too.
Want to see Robbie back. Well, is he in the MCU? We don't really know. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I mean, with the multiverse, I would say yes.
Yeah.
In some fashion.
That version was so cool. I would love to see. I know my friend over there is a massive Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan. She would really, really want Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. figures. So,
she's a Sky figure.
She loves Daisy Johnson. So she's a massive Quake fan. So I know she'd be like, I want an MCU style Quake.
Okay.
So that would be something that I know she'd be interested in. For me, as I say, I'm loving what's going on in it. I love the Maximum line, and the Maximum's really, really cool. I love the MCU. Trouble is, I haven't got enough money to keep, because my collection is growing.
It's an expensive hobby, and when there's so many amazing companies making so much amazing stuff through all of pop culture,
but it also ups your game as well. Like
absolutely.
Someone else might produce something, you're like, we've really got to step it up on this one. Which
we say that all the time. All the time we're having discussions with management over why it's so important that we don't let off the gas, that we've built something really special, but there's a lot of competitors out there, at our heels or just making amazing stuff. And we don't want to let a single person leave the toy aisle dissatisfied in Legends or any of the brands that we touch at Hasbro. So all the teams feel that heat and are definitely trying to make sure that we stay on top of it, to stay relevant, stay fresh, stay delivering things that you and all of the wonderful fans that support us are looking for.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for everything.
Pleasure.
Really, really enjoyed it.
Pleasure.
Keep up the awesome work because I'm loving it, and I'll keep collecting. Thank you so much. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your time.
Nice talking with you again.